We are live. We are live, everybody. How's everybody doing? I think I'll probably wait for a few more seconds to get more people to join, and then we can get started.
I think I'll probably wait for a few more seconds to get more people to join, and then we can get started. I think
You've got two windows.
I'll probably wait for a few more seconds to get.
Yeah, Nehal, probably checking whether you've got two windows open, maybe YouTube and StreamYard as well. So please, make sure that you don't have too many windows open at the same time. Very, very nice. We're just waiting for some more people to join, and the moment we have more people joining, we shall get started. Nice to see a lot of people coming online. Wanna have a nice little session today. Hope everyone's coping well during these times. Difficult times, as we know, because of COVID-19 and everything else. So hope everybody is doing well and hope everybody is feeling good. This is a cool session to start with. All right. Waiting for another minute. And in the meantime, if you guys want to comment something, chat with us, chat on the comment section, and we'll try and take as many questions as possible. I'll even show some of the questions here with your name. So, if you want, go ahead and start chatting and asking questions, and we will show them here on the screen. And believe me, they'll look pretty good if you show, the moment we start showing all of the questions here. So go ahead and comment away to glory and send questions, etc., etc. Have a good time, and we can then get started. All right, so I think we should start. Nehal, with your permission, I am going to start my presentation for today. We're going to have a lot of fun, guys. This is going to be a pretty cool presentation. I really like it. That's obvious because I made it, but hey, you know what? I like it. So we will get it going anyway. And I am going to share my screen, and you will be able to see what we are up to. So let me see. All right, we are here. We are here. I hope everybody can see our screen. Yes, I think so. So we shall talk about this now. So thank you so much for joining us. But, before I start, I actually wanted to talk about, the birth of Geeksy, so to speak, and how, who we are and why we started Geeksy in the first place. So that face that you see on the slide, obviously my face, a screenshot from my band's YouTube video. The reaction that this video got from a lot of our friends and family was great, but we couldn't get any monetary benefit. If anything, we lost time and precious money making all of this content. Now, I'm a musician. I'm a guitar player for the past 20 years, having sold 3 albums between 05 and 08, 2005 and 2008. Not such an old relic. Mostly selling CDs during shows. One of the biggest problems that I faced as part of a band was that these agents, middlemen would always come and put their bands and their artists to the forefront. And, then the rest of us, basically our opportunities would get limited, right? And so no matter how good you were, you always needed to know the right people in order to earn well. Unfortunately, this situation is true even today in the digital era. You have thousands of views, likes, shares, loves, comments, but ultimately zero monetization. Agents are replaced by algorithms and inequitable models that make this an unfair space. Basically, as indie creators, we get a raw deal, and Geeksy changes that. Geeksy is the place where you value returning to human intimacy and authenticity instead of clicks, likes, and votes. And we want to make sure that everybody who gets onto Geeksy as a creator is able to earn from their passion and monetize their passion. So I want to extend this conversation to all content creators in the realm of performing arts, in the realm of coaching, paintings, illustrations, comic strips, dancing, etc., etc. All of these people who are passionate about what they're doing, right? They want to pursue this full time, but they're stuck in this boring, soulless job. There's this death of creativity, and they lead a life of quiet desperation. After experiencing all of this firsthand, we decided that it was time to give power back to the creator. So Geeksy is just that. It's a monetization platform where you as a creator can turn your passion into profit. We've looked at our own challenges. We studied lots of business models and we looked at what's worked. When we started, we felt we needed a platform similar to a lot of other US platforms like Patreon or Gumroad, etc., but uniquely equipped to deal with Indian audiences and being able to make sure that Indian creators get paid handsomely and easily without having to worry about any technical hassles. So, having said that, for people who do not know who we are, and a lot of our creators are watching today, so just want to give you a very, very quick introduction about who we are. I am Vikram Parthan. There is another Vikram J. So I am the guy with the P, Vikram with the P. So for people who know about Tintin, Thompson and Thompson, P without the P, so you understand what I'm saying. Yes, bad joke, but you get to make bad jokes when you're the co-founder. I'm a computer science engineer and I hold an MBA from IIM Bangalore as well. I have over 16 years of experience in launching and managing great products across GE, Philips, Flipkart, and very recently Aether Energy. More than that, as stated earlier, I'm a musician and a singer. And the reason for me building Geeksy and doing this with Vikram, who's also an accomplished musician and a fellow mate from IIMB, and we have a lot of common friends. And Samir, who's the CTO, Samir also is an engineer and an engineer, the way he describes himself. Has a master's in engineering, has a bachelor's in engineering. He dreams in code. And he also, by the way, is a creator. He's got 300 plus clients that he advises on financial matters on. So he is someone who is a creator on his own. So, he's got a gig as well. So all of these things, all of these experiences have basically come together with Geeksy being the end point of that journey, or should I say starting point, because this journey is long and there is a lot more exciting stuff coming up. So very, very happy to introduce the team at this point in time. Just trying to see understanding if there is any other interesting comments coming in and any other interesting people watching stuff. So guys, please chat away. Please send out your comments. I know I haven't really started on the 6-7 steps yet, but at this point in time, just letting you know, you can always chat and put in your comments, and all relevant ones will come up here. When I say relevant, you know who you are. Haha. All relevant comments are going to be shown here. Otherwise, those comments will not be shown. Thank you so much. So now we shall continue with our presentation. Let's get to the crux of the matter for today. So let's unpack our topic for today's webinar a little more, right? The problem is pretty simple. Creators want to make money. Creators want wide audiences, and creators want to convert these wide audiences to paying members or paying followers. Now, the question obviously is, the $1 million question rather is, how do creators make this happen, right? So we thought about this quite a bit. We figured out that there are a bunch of different things that we have done in order to earn money through our creative pursuits and everything else. So how do we sort of make this happen? How do we take this to the next level? And how do we really simplify this for a lot of our creators and make it easy for them, right? So I call it the 6 golden steps to success, the abridged version of Gigsy's 30-step passion to profit bootcamp. You may have heard of this already. You would have gotten emails about Gigsy's 30-step passion to profit bootcamp. You can check out geeksy.in/giglina for this if you're really keen. The course is already available there, and you can take a look at it. It's there for all creators who have registered on the platform. So you can already take a look at it. But I am making this a lot more simpler for you today. I'm going to make this a nice little abridged version so that you can easily cross-reference this at any point in time and take it to the next level from here. Yeah. So with no further ado, let's start. This is step 1. Interesting. There is a clock. There is a clock on the slide. Now, you're here because you're gifted. And you are a creator, which means you're gifted by default, right? If you're a creator, like I said, you're gifted. You need to use it. Use that gift. Use that gift that you've been given. Start making it serious. And how do you start making it serious? You form habits. You start by producing one piece of content on a daily basis. Now, this content can be a minute long. It can be 10 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. It can even be 30 minutes. But do it every day without a break and let that habit kick in. Yeah. Feeling lazy? Oh, too much to do. Blah, blah, blah. No, you don't have the option, right? You want a paying audience, don't you? Yeah. So it's time to put your money where the mouth is. Time to start making your creativity get the fuel it actually needs through 2 words. And what are those 2 words, Nehal, according to you?
Maybe hard work.
Hard work, wonderful. Talking about hard work, that is what we need to do as content creators. If you're passionate about something, you can't expect things to just happen like that. You need to put in enough hard work for you to actually translate all of this into something tangible for yourself. So it is hard work. Yeah. Now, we are talking about all of this, right? Oh, one piece of content every day, spare 30 minutes every day, do it without a break, let that habit kick in, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh shit, how do I do this? How do I make time for content? How do I edit this content? My God, it's too much of production work, blah, blah, blah. That is where our step 2 comes into the picture. Keep it simple, stupid. A very, very important rule or step. If you aren't going to keep it simple, you won't be able to produce content fast enough. And I've seen so many people do this. I'll give you examples. There are people who put in a lot of effort and money in actually trying to make quality content towards the end, and they find it really difficult to, recoup the money. In the end, they would have spent around 3 to 4 weeks trying to create something in collaboration with other people. And in the end, when they actually get to the point of trying to recoup the money just doesn't come, right? Because you've created content and there's nobody else, coming to pay you at that point in time. Now, if you start going through this kind of a journey again and again, where you create content, you spend a lot of time, production, editing, etc., you will start creating inertia for yourself. You will start demotivating yourself. So you don't need HD production level quality. You can keep all that for your larger outputs, like a larger music album or a short film or a large comic strip or anything else, right? Or a video course or whatever it is. Bottom line is, if you're going to be making content, make it quick, make it simple. Some quick tools that can potentially help people, that can make your content production a lot faster, a lot easier. Nehal has a lot of experience with it. By the way, for people who do not know Nehal is our in-house digital marketer. She's a digital marketing geek star. So very simply, Nehal, any specific tools that you think people can use in order to take this to the next level?
So there are several tools when it comes to content creation. So basically, if you want some content and want to get some idea about the topics related to, the best sites to go is BuzzSumo, Answer the Public, Pinterest. Even for some specific keywords, we can go search on Google Trends, whichever keywords are trending, and make a content related to those keywords. Or just to keep it simpler, searching on social media platforms related to some of the keywords that you can think of. You will get a variety of ideas for your content creation.
Got it. And there are also these editing tools, right? Canva, etc. What about those? Makes life a lot more simpler, doesn't it, to actually make content happen?
Yeah, for designing Canva and for organizing your content, Trello, even for video editing, the best app is InShot. You can just use it on your phone anytime, anywhere. So these apps are really good.
Absolutely. So a lot of these apps are already spoken about during our course, our content creation course, which is the Creator Success Bootcamp. So you can always go back and cross-reference those. If you want a personal email or a personal message about what these tools are, drop in a message immediately and we can tell you what those tools are, and we can put that out on the screen for you to sort of look at and take your content creation game to the next level. All right, now we will move on. Interesting looking picture. I love this picture. I mean, I love the fact that when you're making Google presentations, you can actually insert images through Google search. And if you type something in Google search, it will give you very, very relevant images. And that really helped me quite a bit when I was making this presentation happen. The third step is sharing every day and everywhere. You need to build a following. You need to share all of your content on WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. Send this to your friends. Get them to share it with their friends. Get them to hit that follow button. No worries, it's your content. You need to be proud to share it. Be proud to flaunt your content. This is not your small little corner of the internet where everything is just for you and not for anybody else. Please understand, the internet is a beast. Use the beast. If you haven't noticed yet, step 1 and step 2 go hand in hand. Along with step 3, you need to post, you need to share, you need to post, you need to share, rinse and repeat. And when you end up sharing a lot of your content over a period of time, there are two possibilities. One is a lot of people get noticed, get to start noticing you about what you're doing. They get to start following you on various social media platforms. A lot of different things can actually come out positively. The second is you are going to get a lot of feedback. You're going to get a lot of inputs on how things are going to work for you. So it's important to share every single time you put out some content. get some people to follow it, get your friends and family to be the first ones to be in the queue to actually share your content. Tap them on their shoulder. It's all right. Share your content every day. You don't have to be embarrassed about sharing your content. Come out of your shell and start sharing your content. That's something that you need to do on a daily basis. Yeah. Now, I want to just pause here for a quick second. If anybody has any questions at this point in time, I'll be happy to take it. If you want to ask questions, you're on the YouTube live thing. Hey, Gautam is here. So I think Gautam is here. Hi, Gautam. How are you? I'm hoping the presentation is working pretty well for you and you're following what we are saying. If there are any questions and any comments at this point in time, please do ask questions. Please do put in your comments and we will be happy to answer them. We are halfway through. We are halfway through the webinar and we are in a place where we are, trying to help people understand what are the steps to take in order to make your content creation game get to the next level. So doing a lot of interesting things here, people. So yeah, yo Gautam, I think it's becoming a Gautam and Hirdesh show, basically. Yeah. Hi guys, how are you doing? Blah blah. Liking the presentation so far, I'm assuming. I mean, the more interesting comments you put here, the more I'm going to start showing you on the screen. So, go ahead. Nice little, tete-to-tete happening there between Gautam and Hirdesh. I think, I hope I'm getting your name right, Hirdesh. Bad pronunciation. If it is bad, please let me know. We'll get back to it soon enough. All right. Now, we are right in the middle of our journey. So, yeah. I crack really bad jokes. Yeah, I really crack bad jokes. So people keep laughing all the time. So I don't know if you're laughing because the jokes are so bad or if, the pronunciation is perfect. I got it right. All right, awesome. So that's cool. Thank you. Yes, very, very simple. All right, cool. Got it phonetically right as well. Cool, awesome. So let's move on. We were talking about step 1, 2, and 3. I think everyone's clear at this point in time about step 1, 2, and 3. Let's move on to step 4. Again, interesting looking picture. What do you think this is sort of giving out in terms of vibes? If you guys want to tell me what this is all about, this little graph. Nehal, you want to hazard a guess about what this whole graph is about? Just want to get your perspective.
Maybe growth, something related to growth.
Yes, it's related to growth, but it's also related to analyzing and recreating and hence growing as a result. Right? Now, you need to understand that some of your content is always going to be better than the rest of your content. And when I'm trying to index upon, recreating and analyzing, I'm talking about what you need to do when you put out your content on free-to-air social media. Now, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on WhatsApp, whether it's on LinkedIn, anywhere else, right? Just make sure that you are talking about your insights and analytics. You're looking through every little thing that you're doing. Now, some posts may get a lot of comments. Some posts may get a lot of engagement where you get a lot of people liking it, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people sharing, all of those pieces of content that you're putting out. Whereas some of them might end up being in the graveyard, right? I mean, you may not even know what is going on with them. So you need to understand what is going to work and what is not working with your audience. And you need to sort of tune your entire content creation process to the things that are actually working. Play to your strengths, play to the ones that are actually working. The idea here is not about trying to create viral content all the time. Hardly 1 or 2% of the population that is on social media gets this right about making your content go viral. This is about actually creating content that makes engagement happen, which means people are commenting, people are sharing, people are talking about you, right? Now, there are a bunch of places where you can start looking at insights and everything else. All of these social media, channels provide you with various tools for that. Nehal will again quickly talk about those. Nehal, if you can, talk about what is actually going to help these people. Where can they look up all of this info?
So analyzing is really important. So the basic thing of analyzing social media is looking into the specific insights. If you want to look the insights in just one place, my best favorite is Facebook Creator Studio, where you can go and check the insight like, comment, shares for Facebook and Instagram, or else platforms like Buffer, Hootsuite, Sprout Social. These are also best tools for analyzing your social media content.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of these are great little tools for you to use in order to analyze your social media content and basically up your social media game, right? So it's very, very important for you guys to be looking at all of that, right? I think we again can take a quick little pause to see if there are questions. I know there are a bunch of people, the bunch of people who are already watching it. I'm monitoring a bunch of channels right now. There are people who are pinging me on WhatsApp. There are people who are pinging me on YouTube. So go ahead. There is a comment box on YouTube. When you access the link, there is a comment section and you can actually comment there, right? You can comment on YouTube live directly and send comments here. I'm hoping this is working for all of you. Understand what you're doing, right? I mean, it's important to make this a game for yourself so that it becomes a lot more simpler for you to take it into consideration when you start creating more and more content and when you progress in your content creation journey. Yeah. So we shall move on to step 5. Ha ha ha, frenemy. I am becoming a millennial or a Gen Z. What is your generation called, Nehal? Is it Gen Z? Like, you're beyond millennial, right? Yeah, you guys are Gen Z. Yeah, frenemy is a Gen Z thing, isn't it? It's not part of my era, so to speak. Again, I'm sounding like a relic, but the idea is that you need to be your own friend and you need to be your own enemy. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because somebody needs to play devil's advocate, right? I mean, you can't be doing everything perfectly all the time. So you need to be able to understand what is it that is going to work for you and what is it that is not going to work for you. So step number 5, be your enemy, be your friend. Now, this is this time to really start figuring out who's going to pay you, right? You have probably a few thousand followers by now on various social media channels. You have a bunch of people engaging and talking to you and trying to understand your journey because they're curious about what you're doing. How do you turn these people into paying customers? That's the question. That's really the question. Now, when I talk about frenemy, I'm talking about building something called an objection list. Now, when I talk about an objection list, it basically means that if you were going to look at buying your own content, what would be the objections that you would list in order to not buy the content, if you get what I'm saying. So stay with me a little bit, right? So let's say I'm producing content. Let's say I'm a musician and I'm producing great content on a daily basis, and I'm asking people to buy my content or subscribe to me on a monthly rate or whatever it is, right? Now, what would be the objection for someone to actually make a payment to me? The objection could be, hey, a lot of people like you do the same thing everywhere. Why should I pay you? That could be an objection, right? The second objection should be, I get all of this stuff for free. Why should I pay you, right? The third objection could be, I don't see you doing anything particularly unique. Why should I pay you? Now, if you put yourself as the person who's answering all of these questions, then you'll be able to find answers. For instance, you could say, I'm creating unique content. I'm creating content in my own style, which basically means if I'm a musician, I don't necessarily have to do covers. I can probably do content in my own way. I can do my originals. I can even give you access to some covers as well. Now, if I do that, I'm doing something unique, right? So therefore, you're giving a positive answer to an objection. The second thing you can do is, if you're giving early access to some of your content, and if it is not going to be available on all public social media platforms anywhere until only those early guys get to access you because they're paying you a monthly amount. Now, that is something that people are incentivized for, right? Because they're paying you and they're getting early access. So that's another cool way to look at it. So the intent is to have convincing answers to each of the items on your objection list. Make sure that you're clear about it, that you build this objection list, be critical about it. And at any point in time, if you want to talk to us about an objection list, please make sure that you set up a meeting with us on our Calendly link. Nehal, if you want to quickly type out the Calendly link in the comment section, I think, in fact, I will do that. Why don't I do that? And it'll just make it easier for people to set up meetings with us. This is already there as part of our WhatsApp group. So, just showing this already downstairs, right there at the bottom. Pick it up, schedule a meeting with us. If you don't know how to build an objection list, if you want a second pair of eyes looking at what you're doing, very, very happy to do so. Very, very, very happy to help you understand what to do next, right? So build that objection list, take it to the next level, and make sure that you're convincing yourself about the kind of objections you're building, right? So that is the next step, essentially, building that objection list. Now, we will move on Any questions at this point in time for you, Nehal? Are you getting what I'm saying? Objection list, etc., becoming too much to handle. Is it? No?
I'm getting what you're saying. It's absolutely relevant.
Yeah, by the way, she's not just saying this because I'm cueing her to say this. She's saying it because she's understanding what I'm saying. And that's the truth. Yeah, that's the absolute truth. Nehal, you're swearing on the holy books of all. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, cool. And just don't make me feel good because you're saying this. Okay. All right.
No.
Cool. All right. Nice. So we are almost there. We're 80% through, almost there. We are at the last step. Very interesting little, infographic / picture again. Now, this is step 6, right? Step 6 is asking for support. And this is where a lot of people end up faltering. And I've seen this as part of my journey also. Now, it's important to let your guard go. You need to ask for support. Put a price on your content and artwork. It's high time that we realized that we are today very much in the passion economy, right? All artists deserve to get paid. All content creators deserve to get paid. So ask. No one's going to be upset. Create a movement. You need to start with yourself. Your ego has no place when you want to genuinely earn from your creations. Drop it and ask for support. Ask people to support you. And you know what? It's not like you're just asking them to donate. Yes, you can ask them to donate as well, but you're giving them something in return all the time. You're giving them great content. You're giving them great engagements, maybe even doing live streaming, all of those. Now, all of these things are going to be possible on a very nice, cool platform that I have in mind. And I'll tell you where you can do all these 6 steps very, very simply. Now that we've been talking about these 6 steps, let's move on to how you're going to be making these steps happen and how these will actually lead to Geeksy. Yes, Artbeats agrees with me. True that. Get your people to follow you. Get your people to pay for your work, right? Very important to do. Choking a little bit. Let me have a little bit of water. Nehal, what do you think about this? What do you think about getting paid for art? Just don't say yes. I mean, I hope you have some insights to do.
Yeah, definitely. Getting paid for your content, it's very important because we shouldn't just give. It takes a lot of effort to create a content, and giving it for free is somewhere like unfair for the creators. So putting a price to your art is important, and putting it out there is more important.
Awesome. So it's cool that we're doing that. So we shall move on to why, how these 6 steps can actually make all of your journey happen on Geeksy seamlessly. Now, where do you do all of this and ultimately earn from your passion? On Geeksy, a super simple monetization suite for Indian creators powered by microtransactions. Now on Geeksy, we enable this personalized connection where fans get to access creators and creators get to engage with fans at much deeper levels through webinars, content, events, workshops, and more. Either on a monthly basis through recurring subscriptions or through one-off product offerings or even donations where people can actually donate to you and support your journey as a creator. It's very, very important, to understand that people are part of your journey and that you're actually incentivizing them for, you to become, for them to become your members. I'm seeing Vasu asking a question on WhatsApp, so I'll answer this. Unfortunately, I can't bring it up here because he's not on YouTube Live, but he's watching it. So some friends freeze upon when approached for subscription. Yes, they do, which means they're not typically people who you would want to pursue. Now, if they're not willing to shell out 100 rupees, 200 or 300 rupees a month, it basically means that they're not willing to stick in it for the long term, right? They're not here for that. They do not believe in what you're doing. They're people who are consuming all of your content already, and they don't really want, all content for free basically, and they don't really want to pay for content. Now you'll have a lot of people who actually end up doing that. So let me sort of tell you what I'm talking about. So I'll just take you a couple of steps behind when I spoke about step 6, right? Now that you know what works, you need to get your followers to actually pay you. You need to actually aim to convert up to 5% of your followers across the board to start with. And that's a reasonable number. Not everyone is going to pay you. Even if you're able to convert 5% of your followers to paying customers as a starting point, I think that's a great number to start with. 5% is never going to be a large number. Even if you start with 2 to 3%, that's a pretty good start. So look for somewhere between 2 to 5% to start with. And over a period of time, people will start bringing in, or they'll start noticing the kind of value that you're bringing through your content, and they'll be able to see what you're doing, right? So start with trying to convert 2 to 5% of your entire following into paying subscribers. Give them incentives. Use Geeksy's coupon manager. Give them a coupon where they can get incentivized access to become your subscriber, right? So try all of that, see if it works. If it doesn't work with these people, it means it is not going to work even in the long term. So it's important to understand that to start with. Neil, I believe you're still with me on that. Yeah, I think it makes sense what I'm saying, doesn't it? Yeah, she's nodding her head. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so we were talking about Geeksy, and we were talking about all of these product offerings and different things that you can actually do on the platform. Now, a lot of people who have actually accessed Geeksy may not know a lot about this, and they may not really, and even for people who are not creators and who are watching this, you can actually sign up for free on Geeksy in under 2 minutes. You can immediately start creating content, and you can sell them through subscription-enabled premium feeds. You can sell video courses, you can sell individual digital products, conduct personalized events. You can also publicize your Geeksy handle to your followers on Instagram, Facebook, elsewhere. Make sure that your Geeksy handle is getting a lot of visibility. Now, without that visibility, it's very difficult for you to start moving your followers and funneling your followers onto your Geeksy page. So make sure that your Geeksy page gets a lot of visibility on Instagram, Facebook. A lot of the creators that I know don't do this. If you do not publicize your Geeksy handle and your Geeksy page everywhere, of course, people are not going to know who you are, right, and what you're doing. So it's important to do that. Now, for you guys to understand how we run our business, we just take a 5% cut on every transaction that happens on the creator's profile. And Geeksy creators you can always choose to go for our branded apps offering, right? And we offer that to creators for an annual subscription fee. If you want to reach out to us at any point in time or ask us a question about our branded applications, you can typically do this. You can send us an email at hello@geeksy.in, and you can talk to us there, and we'll be able to tell you what the price is and everything else, right? So the idea is that make sure that you're sharing your Geeksy handle everywhere. In fact, that's what Sagar is saying, sharing about the Geeksy handle possible in these places. It's Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Yes. Yeah. I mean, Sagar, if you are talking about any other place that you missed, it could be Twitter. If you're using Twitter, that could be another place where you're typically publicizing your handle. A bunch of other places where you can publicize your handle as well. So all of these places where you have, a social media presence, that includes LinkedIn also. So Twitter and LinkedIn as well. All of these are cool places for you to actually talk about your content creation journey and, figure out what you need to do, right? Vasu is asking another question. Do you think if personal calls are a good bet to convert followers to paying subscribers? Personal calls, it's a bit of a two-edged sword, a double-edged sword, because some people don't really like getting bugged on the phone and asking people about money and saying, hey, donate. We react like that in a very strange way to some people who ask, for money and donations and all of those things. I would rather say that you use the features that we've built on Geeksy for you. For instance, gifting a month's package or a 3-month package and all of that to incentivize these guys to, use and subscribe to your comic strips. In your case, Vasu, get them to become part of your journey, provide them with some information, tell them that you have a larger cause. I'm sure you're doing all of this, but I think the message basically needs to be amplified across the board. And if you do that well, you start incentivizing them using coupons, gifting them free packages. All of these things are good ways for you to get a good following. On Geeksy, we're going to start looking at, a lot of analytics-based information where you'll start seeing how many people are visiting your page, how many people are dropping off, how many people are paying. All of these information is going to start coming up pretty soon. Lucifer Morningstar is here from Netflix, as you can see. Lucifer, I hope you're doing well. I believe you're in season 6, aren't you, right now, from Netflix? Okay, stop. All right. Lucifer Morningstar is actually a developer at Gigsy. His name is Ramanand, although he identifies with Lucifer's very sexy avatar on Netflix. Yes, Clubhouse is actually pretty great to improve your following as a creator. So good point there, Lucifer Morningstar. Shit, I don't believe I'm saying that. Okay. Ramanand, good point. Clubhouse is a place where you can actually improve your following. Lots of followers on Clubhouse and lots of various channels, and ultimately go down the path of talking about yourself, make friends, have a random conversation with some people on a Clubhouse channel and get them to sort of be converted into paying subscribers, followers to start with, and everything else, right? So all of that can happen. It's a pretty cool thing for you to do. Yeah. So moving on, I'm just going to quickly tell you what we are doing on Geeksy so that you understand where we are trying to sort of position ourselves. You get this 30-step Passion to Profit Bootcamp. You'll get a recording of this video as well, and you can see it on YouTube anytime you want. I want to talk about Geeksy Bloom. Yes, today is the day we are talking about Geeksy Bloom. Very, very close to making it happen. Very close to making a release happen for Geeksy Bloom. It's another initiative that will soon automate the posting of all creators' posts on Geeksy on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter in one shot, right? Now, in essence, it'll automate your posts, which means you don't have to go to 5 different places and post the same thing. You can post it once on Geeksy and boom, it goes everywhere else. We are here to simplify your life, right? We want to enable all creators to just do social media posts at the drop of a hat and click on, right? Now, the other place that I said that you can typically get access to us is through one-on-one coaching, where you get to schedule time with us. And I spoke about the link, where you can actually set up meetings with us. That is where you can set up meetings with us as well. Geeksy Creator Central, which is this webinar series, we want to go, start running this on a weekly basis. We've started it now. We were off color for a while, but we're going to start doing this a lot more regularly going forward, at least once in a week, if not once in 2 weeks. So that's something that we're going to be doing. Of course, I just want to index on the fact that we are a 360-degree creator platform and we are here for you. So that's the idea, right? Just wanted to give you a very good brief on what we do as a platform. Now, our vision is based on 2 simple ideas. Make Geeksy the go-to platform for creators to use with zero tech hassles. And 2, make Geeksy the go-to platform for creators to find paying audiences and actually get paid. Now, all of these are things that we are doing. Now, these are the 2 large guiding principles that we look at in order for us to get to the next level and make sure that you guys are getting a paying audience for you, to help you out. Now, a bunch of different things are happening here. We are looking at Geeksy Bloom, like I said, that is going to be coming out very soon. We are looking at live streaming and international currency payments as well. That is also going to start coming out soon. We are looking at, NFT, trying to help creators with NFT as well. All of these are coming soon, and with your support as creators, I think this is going to be something that we can achieve very, very quickly. We build Geeksy and all its features for creators, and we have always been a creator first and creator centric approach. So if you've had features that we can pull off very, very quickly, we go ahead and we build that. The only ask from you is, if you ask for a feature, please make sure you use it. And when you use it, it gives us validation. It makes everybody happy. It makes everybody within Geeksy's team happy that you're using our features and it is working for you and we can get feedback from it. So any questions at this point in time? We have come to the end of our presentation. So I do not have anything more in particular to discuss. So I am going to be on this slide for now so that you can see what we are doing as part of Geeksy. Happy to answer any more questions at this point in time. We'll probably wait for 5 more minutes and then we can, say bye-bye and meet next week. Happy to take any questions if any more people are asking questions about features, about what we are doing. And if you want a quick recap about all of the 6 steps, we can quickly do that as well. I will give you a quick recap of all of our 6 steps. In the meantime, you can start shooting your questions, right? So let me quickly go through all the 6 steps again to give you a quick recap. Don't worry, we're going to be giving access to this video as well. So step 1 is about creating a practice of creating content on a daily basis. Have a set frequency about how you can go about creating your content. 2, keep it simple. Very important to keep it simple. You don't need heavy duty production, editing, blah, blah, blah. It creates demotivation. It creates a lot of inertia. Don't do that. Number 3, build a following. Share every day, everywhere, across the board. Number 4, analyze, recreate, and make sure that you understand that some of your content is always going to be better than the other portions of your content, than the rest of your content, and index on those things that are working well for you, right? Step 5, frenemy. Yeah, be your enemy, be your friend, build that objection list, and make sure that you get paid, right? And the final step, let your guard go, ask for support. aim to convert 2 to 5% of your followers into paying audiences. Understand how this can happen for you and how this can work for you as well. Yes, Abhishek, this video will be published, and you can watch it from the beginning. It will be published and you will be able to get the link as well. And the link that you already have, in fact, should work going forward as well. So don't worry, just use the same link and you can watch it. The moment we end the broadcast, you can use the same link and watch it. But of course, please use it on Geeksy. Yeah, please use your stuff on your creator journey on Gigsy so that you can translate all of the information that we're giving you into becoming a successful creator on Gigsy. So very simply, this is the end of it. 6 different steps. I think we have now come to the end of our webinar. I've had a whale of a time doing this. I think it got my creative juices flowing. So I hope it's gotten your creative juices flowing as well. And hope that it has worked for you, and hope you guys have a lot of fun as well. Yes, what's the maximum size? There's no real size limit, but we would like to keep it small just to make sure that you don't bombard our server. Don't make it more than 30, 40 MB or 50 MB at the most. You can use tools like handbrake.fr. Now that's an awesome tool to use to actually, I'm typing that here as we speak. Make sure that you use tools like this to actually limit your size of your video itself. And if you do that, you maintain the resolution, you maintain the quality, but the size reduces. So please go ahead and use handbrake.fr. It's a tool that's available on Windows, and that is going to reduce your video size quite a bit. Yeah. Nehal, any questions from you at this point?
No, nothing as of now. I find this presentation really insightful and very clear about how we can create a paying audience for a business.
Cool. Thank you so much, Nehal. Thank you for your support throughout this presentation as well. One interesting question that I forgot to bring: how to encourage subscribers to rate content and ask for suggestions? Well, you can do this on free social media platforms. A lot of creators today actually go to free social media platforms and ask their fans for suggestions on what sort of content would people be willing to pay for, and what sort of content would they want in order to pay creators. So you could always start with free social media platforms, start with them, asking them what they would like to pay for, what are the kind of suggestions that they would have for content that you would want to create. So start there, and basically bring all of that into consideration for your content creation journey itself. Yeah, that's the idea. Use all of your reach across WhatsApp and everywhere else. Thanks, Vasu. Thank you very much. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a lot of your questions answered. So thank you for that question. Put yourself out there, guys. If you're a creator, you need to be out there. You need to be talking about what you're doing. You don't have to be shy. Like I said, this is not an ego issue. You need to dumb your ego down and basically kick it out of the window and ask for support and get your fans to follow you, right? And get your fans to start becoming your ardent payers and subscribers. So do that, and everything else will take care of itself. Life is a beautiful journey, so live it. Yeah. I am done then for the day because there are no other questions, and Hirdias has put out a thumbs up, so thumbs up to you too. All right, and that's basically it for today. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you so much. We will come back very soon with another webinar for everyone within the Geeksy creator ecosystem. So watch out for the next topic. We'll soon talk about it, and we'll let you know what the next topic is going to be. Outside of that, bye-bye. Have a good day, and have a lovely, lovely rest of the week, and an even great weekend, even greater weekend ahead. Oh, thank you so much, Gautam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're a wonderful artist, and I hope you get a lot of subscribers, and I hope that you follow the 6 steps that will help you take your creator game to the next level. Yeah, I hope this was useful, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Really happy to have done the session. Again, let me not repeat myself like a broken tape recorder. Now this is really it. We are going offline. Bye-bye. Have a good time. See you. Cheers.